Hello, everybody, and welcome to Looking at a Wall. There we go. Welcome to Noobs vs. GT3 Rookie Series 8, right? Season 8. Race 5 at Laguna Seca. I think we're on race 5. Maybe 6. No, 6 is next week, the finale. Yes, race 5 in the dark at Laguna Seca. I'm your host, Jeremy Cubbage. I got Jay Cool in chat. I'm also joined in the booth with Tony Danzig. Tony, hello. Tony Danzig in the house. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Also, we learned how to say this guy's name, Kaede. Kaede. Yep, we learned that one. With that said, we do have drivers jumping out on track. It is currently qualifying. Let me get some information. Is going to be on screen shortly. Obviously, there's no personal best or quality personal best delta, so that information isn't going to show up until people start doing laps. Driver number 1 out on track is R.L. Brown in that WRT. What is he in, the BMW? So he will be leading the pack. Last week, Mr. Brown qualified in first. So do you think he'll be able to do it again this week? Why do you think that? Give me the reasons. Well, I'm going to do a quick look-see here and see where he's at on the timetable based on our Discord. So let's see. We have 57 people that have done laps. That's just TV camera 1. We've got 57 cars that have done laps. Mr. Brown is at number 28, and he's done a 24.052 during practice. So I would say you're probably right. He may end up, you can't hear the other dude. What do you mean you can't hear the other dude? Tony, say hello again. Oh, I see what the issue is. Hang on just a second. No, it's not what it is at all. Hang on just a second. Is this better? Hello?
Is this better?
There we go. We can hear Tony Danzig. Hello, Tony Danzig.
Hey, Tony Danzig's here. Woo, 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 woo. Welcome to the party.
Yep, we got it. Tony Danzig's here. Say hi again, Tony. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, hello, everybody. This is Tony Danzig, the one and only here on the ones and twos. Gonna be putting down a fire track for you guys tonight while we watch this race between the amateurs and the pros at Laguna Seca. A nice nighttime race. Gonna be exciting. And if it's not exciting, then you guys are just boring.
While these guys are finishing up their first laps, I'm going to watch R.L. Brown cross the start-finish line, if he's able to do so. And then we're going to quickly look at the track information so you guys can see which track we're at, some information regarding it, lap times from previous drivers and new drivers. R.L. Brown does a 25.1. We know he can go nearly a whole second faster than that, so we'll have to see how he does. All right, track information. We are at Laguna Seca, which is in Salinas. Is that right? Is that how you say that? Salinas, California. Length is 3.602 kilometers or 2.238 miles with 11 turns. Turn 8, as you see on there, actually has an 8A. That's that bottom of the corkscrew. 8 is the top of the corkscrew. Elevation change is roughly 55 meters or 180 feet. And a lot of that drop is in that corkscrew. The last AM winner on this track a couple seasons ago was Dean Stefani, and he did a 23.067. I don't expect to see our AMs doing 23s anymore because of the way we've changed things. Current NRU lap record is Chase Jones in the V8 Vantage with a 121.470, so extremely quick. But like I said, I don't expect to see these guys get to that. We will get back to the drivers doing their beautiful laps.
Back to the action, baby.
With that said, Isan Gak is on track and not in the livery that I made him because he said it wasn't working. So he didn't have it installed properly, I guess. But I made him an absolutely gorgeous livery that we're not going to see, but maybe we'll see it next week. That's the next race at 21:22. What? What are we talking about? That's the next race at 21:22? No, not next race. Oh, you saying next race as in the pros? We might see him in the 22s. Yeah, but no, not the AMs. We're at AMs right now. I think I get what you're trying to say. With that said, we were watching Brown. He's done a 25.1. He has not improved on that time. Ben Jaded has done a 24.191 or 192 rather. So we'll see if he's able to continue to increase on that. Ben Jaded is fairly high in penalty points right now, so he's going to be extra safe. Even during qualifying, you may see a little bit extra safety from him.
Well, hopefully.
Well, I mean, we always hope for that. So, regardless of that, hopefully we're going to see a fairly clean race. Isan Gok putting down a 23.950. Rapid time there.
Ooh, a 123. Yeah, that's going to be, that falls in line with the pro times that I was watching earlier.
Yep. See some of the pro-ams doing that. I was talking to Mark Miller, one of our head stewards, and he said he was doing 24s. 24.3 was his fastest. As you guys noticed, we have a couple drivers faster than that right now. So hopefully we'll see some improvements from these guys. Hopefully Mark improves on his server. We're not going to know what position Mark starts in until we move on to the next race. But 2 30-minute races tonight. No pit stops. Nighttime. A little bit cooler temps. It's already a slippy track as it is. So adding that extra coolness makes it more slippy.
Yeah, and don't put your tires into that dirt at all. Bring into that rubble on the track.
Yeah, as soon as you touch that dirt, you end up slipping and sliding. So
you get those crazy ACC physics, and you start gliding on ice. Whee!
So drivers are still putting down some fairly quick times. Obviously, we've got another 13 minutes of qualifying, so plenty of time for people to make improvements. We're seeing Red de Guzman. Oh, right when I watch him, he jumps off. Oh my goodness, where's he at? There he is. He was jumping over the corkscrew. He was making an improvement, but as soon as I switched over to him, he ended up off track. So, see, Glenn Jacobs. I saw Glenn do a pretty quick time too. I'm hoping to see him do that. He did a 24.2, I think, maybe 3. So we'll see if he's able to do that in the next couple of laps. He's only coming around turn 4 now, which in case you guys are wondering what turn 4 is called, it's called turn 4. Turn 5 is also turn 5.
There's a lot of turns on here that are just called numbers.
Yep. The corkscrew is called the corkscrew, though.
It is.
And then I think there's another. Is the hairpin called Andretti hairpin, or am I thinking of
Andretti hairpin? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Drew called it. What did he call it during the briefing? He called it the Schumacher hairpin. I think.
Oh. Why is before I had my track or my corners popping up with the names on them, and now
it's just an overlay, so just highlight over the thing. Over the icon is what I'm trying to say. For your taskbar, it'll be up there. But anyways, let's see. Glenn is just now starting a lap. Let's see how he does. Oh, he just put down a lap, putting himself in 10th with a 25.4. We know he can go a lot quicker than that, so I'd like to see how he does as he goes through turn 2 here. The Andretti hairpin. Change up the camera angles a bit here. Going through turn 3. Might get a better sense of where we're at on track. You get it figured out yet, Tony?
I'm working on it.
While Tony works on that, we will work on watching Glenn put down a quick lap in his blue and black WRT Ferrari. Up the hill he goes. Towards turn 6, a.k.a. turn 6. Ooh, keeping it barely on track there. Up and over the Rahal Straight. Towards the corkscrew. Saw a car off track there off to the side. Which is turn 8 and 8A, even though the thing just said 7A. It's actually vice versa, 8 and 8A. So turn 9 and 10, no names for those either. And Glenn is up 4/10 on his time, so he is making a major improvement. He's going to be 25 flat. No, he can go quicker than that. Running towards the start-finish line now. Only 2/10 up, so he's making an improvement, but it's not enough to move up in position. With that said, Robert Logan has came out of nowhere and done a 23.865. So extremely rapid time. I believe Robert Logan is a wild card, so regardless of where he finishes, I don't think it'll affect our driver standings. But just to be sure, I am going to open up the sim grid and see where everybody is standing currently, because I am curious.
Maybe that's why. I think my ACTV froze.
Oh, well.
Let's just close that and open it back
Yep,
up.
there you go. But right
Sorry
now,
about that, guys. I was focused on something else. I wasn't paying attention to the race. My apologies. I'm back now, though. I'm back here in action, ready to talk.
right now, our standings are as follows. Jeremy Hayes in first place with 250 points. Phil Dixon right behind with 248 points. And then Mike Cook with 247 points. R.O. Brown has 242 points. So he's got to make up quite a bit of ground to get up there and start improving on his standings. But I'm going to be honest. R.O. Brown's in second right now. Jeremy Hayes is beneath him. And Phil Dixon's beneath him. Matter of fact, I don't see them on track. So we might be missing 42. Thanks for the follow. FVSU 42. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm not seeing Phil or Jeremy racing today. Am I blind? Huh. Okay, well, that might be the reasoning there. Anime onto Porsche. Hey, man, you're missing out on our beautiful Lamborghini. You'll see that next race.
Lamborghini.
8 minutes left of qualifying. So, yeah. So, I want you guys to understand that right now I am streaming. It is nighttime. These drivers have a much harder time seeing than what we see. I have a specific settings in game to allow me to see a little bit better. I can quickly change those settings if you'd like to see what these guys see. We'll go to my video settings and load those. So this is more or less what these guys are seeing. So it's definitely a lot darker than what I'm seeing. So if I change it up to me again, looks almost daytime. But anyways, I just have that set so you guys have a little bit better of a viewing experience.
Oh no, we just had a spin out there by Mr. Kevin Willems. Made contact with another car. That made contact.
Oh, he's
with
backwards. Oh my goodness. Kevin Willems? This is Jake Willems' uncle, but also his brother, so it's his brunkle. So
they're in turn 5.
Yep. He's getting back on track, it looks like. He's got 7 more minutes to improve. With that said, Isan Gak, just through turn 1, is able to make up almost 2/10. So he has a potential of beating Robert Logan's time. Robert is in the pits right now. Is no one running the Lexus? I don't think so. Lexus is not the OP car in GT3s right now. Lots of off tracks. If these off tracks are any indication of what the race is going to be like, it's going to be a messy race. So I'm hoping not to see this many off tracks.
Cool Story Bro was going to run the Lexus, but he was having issues getting into the server tonight.
Gotcha.
That would have been our only Lexus, and that would have been in the AMs as well.
So Isan is still on. It looks like he's a little bit slow here, actually, but he was on an exact time to where he was running. It looks like R.L. Brown just through turn 1 is up 2/10 as well. So these drivers are doing okay through the first couple corners, but then they're losing their time later on in the what am I trying to say? The lap. Sorry about that.
Use your words.
Isan Gak is sandbagging so hard. I disagree. He's been with us this whole season. And he is in... Where is he at? Points-wise.
Ripping down. That's technically turn
He's
1
in
right
7th
there, coming
overall.
down into the Andretti hairpin. It's a double apex, so you're going to see him kind of go a little wide. Not wide, but it looks like he's going a little bit wide.
Yeah, that apex is weird. As a matter of fact, we could probably go into the game, and I could go hover over that apex. Ooh, I just realized I have a scroll wheel, so you can see it. Yeah, the cars go wide there, and then cut back into that next one. It's just, it's a narrow or a wider part of the corner, basically, allowing you to be more straight if you need to be. But
coming down that hill when you have traffic around you too, it can get pretty tricky because you think you can brake a lot later than you can. and you might try to push it and end up going a little bit much wider than you need to.
Yep. The exit is tough. You're correct. Glenn Jacobs is putting down a quick lap, 124.2, just like I said he was doing earlier in practice. Puts him in 5th place overall.
Way to go, Glenn.
Good lap by Glenn. So Glenn has been, I think he's been hiding something from us, Tony. Have you seen the Wreck-'em Race Team Discord and how the logo is no longer the logo and they changed the name to A Change Is Coming?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I think there might be a secret next to Glenn's name in game.
Is there really?
I don't know what it is, but I think it's Moon Pie Mondays.
Oh, MPM.
Yeah.
Moon Pie Mondays. Yep. I like that. I
think they changed in their name to Moon Pie Mondays. It's got to be what it is.
I think I know what it is off the top of my head.
Go ahead, off the top of your head.
No, I think I know what the actual.
Oh, then don't say that.
No, I'm not.
If you have an idea, I think it's Money Penny Money. Yeah, maybe it's Man Poops Monkeys. I don't know, man. Speaking of fast laps, Isan once again up 2/10, going a little bit wide through turn 4 there. I'm sorry, maybe that's not turn 4 because I can't do the
manual
math. Turn
pneumonic
6.
men. Yeah, the manual pneumonic.
Manual pneumonic men. Isan, every single time he gets to the corkscrew, ends up losing a bunch of time there. So, and Robert Logan as well making improvements. So, we were just talking about Robert's livery. I kind of camera. Sorry, I got a new mouse this weekend, so that's not anime. It's
hey, is that me?
Ahigos or whatever it's called. It's actually a pretty nice livery.
I do like all that white and like just stuff there on the car.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of coolness to it.
Almost celestial.
It does look nice, doesn't it? Phil Dixon making improvements. The driver's not really making too many improvements on their time anymore. We are down the last 2.5 minutes. That Chief guy's making a half-second improvement. Through the final corner he goes. Half-second could move him up. Fair amount of position. 16th place. Moves up into 12th. Potential top 10 for that Chief guy. He's got another 2 laps probably. Potentially. We'll have to see if he's able to put down any quicker laps. As I say that, through the first corner, he's able to gain some time. Going into turn 3 now. Yeah, he's up 3/10 on his time. See if he's able to make any more.
4/10. Oh.
Yep, lost it through turn 4.
Soon.
Going into turn 5, he's equal on time. KAI is how do you say it again? Kayade. Kayade I, yep. So yes, that's correct. You were correct on that, Blackout. Kayade. That's going to be hard for me to learn, but hey man, I got Adam Turai's last name. I could do Kayade. That Chief guy's now equal on his quickest time. Lost quite a bit as he went through turn 5 and 6 and then down the corkscrew. It looks like he's up 2/10 now through turn 10. He's got to make sure he brakes early enough to not go wide into the final corner. Into the braking zone he goes. Missing the apex just a little bit. Still up. Oh, he's losing it. There he goes, that final corner. That's what I said. You gain that time through that one corner. You need to brake a little bit earlier for the following corner. So his last lap to make an improvement. We'll have to see if he does. Ryan Chanley's making an improvement through the corkscrew. He goes wide onto the entrance of it. Still up nearly 2/10. Not able to hold on to it, that 2/10 anymore, losing it through turn 10, but he was slow on the way in. He might be quick on the way out. Doesn't look like it. Still equal on time. Misses his apex as well, so he's not going to make an improvement. He does have one more lap to improve, so I have to see.
35 seconds on there. You made the.
You're really quiet, Tony. What happened?
I don't know.
There you go. You're loud again.
I think it's my mic.
You moved it away?
If it goes from 4 centimeters away from my face to 7, it's
yeah, definitely. Your mic's the problem because you moved it so far away.
Yeah, it wasn't far away at all.
Speaking of Kaede, he disconnected right when I clicked on him. There we go. Back into him. I think he's having some lag issues because I was just watching him and it glitched him out. And his lights aren't on. He needs to turn those lights on.
That's got to be a glitch.
I think it is. I think that was from that disconnect and reconnect. So I have to see how he does. He's up 2/10 on his time. A black Lexus? Maybe that's what we just saw. I don't know. We'll have to look here shortly. Anyways, drivers are finishing up their qualifying. Quali is technically over. So
flash his lights. He must be watching the stream.
oh, hi, Kaede. Hopefully we're saying it right. And he disconnected again. Now I'm back on him. Yeah, so it's that random lag. What we're seeing.
Hey!
What?
Rondon got into it. The guy who was having issues, cool story, bro. He was in the chat last week.
Oh, well, he needs to change his name in the Discord so that we know. What's his name?
Cool story, bro.
Is that what it is in game?
That's what he was signed up as on SimGrid, and that's what his Steam account was. I don't know, but that's awesome. He made it in. He's in the Lexus.
Yep, there you go. So Nathan Ronda. So he needs to change his name in Discord so we know that. With that said, the drivers are done with their qualifying. And Tony, would you like to give us a rundown?
I absolutely would if I could figure out where my rundown went.
Yeah, I got to find mine too, so let's do that.
Oh, grid walk. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, I got to find mine. There it is. Okay, excuse me. Ready when you are, sir.
Yeah, give me a second.
On Mississippi.
All right, and I'm ready. Starting here in first place with the sweet anime livery, we got Robert Logan in the number 83 Porsche. Second place, we have Mr. R.L. Brown in that BMW, followed by third place, Isan Gok? Isan Gok. Mr. Jaded, Ben Jaded, that is pulling up our fourth place position. Followed closely, whoops, it'd help if I click next, by Phil Dixon there in fifth place. Glenn Jacobs, my man with the Moon Pie Mondays, pulling up sixth place in that Ferrari. Sean Bramer putting down a quick lap tonight, seventh place overall. Good job, Sean. Drew Freiberger, another good lap here. He's up in eighth place today. That's awesome to see him there. Good job, Drew. Ninth place, Kaede, they're in ninth place in the GTR, followed by in 10th place, Mr. Rob Warren. A John Ryder is pulling up our 11th spot there in the McLaren, followed by that chief guy in another McLaren, number 777. Aaron Black, number 13, is going to be pulling up that spot there, obviously, pulling up that spot there, followed by Mr. Caraballo in position P14. Chris Cap, what's so funny?
No, keep going.
Mr. Chris Capps coming in 15th place there in that yellow BMW, followed by CWL in WRT. I seen a picture of him recently, and he looks like a Mr. Denzel Washington, handsome fellow. 17th, Carlolo Sainzaza. And that number 55 Porsche. 18th place, we got Kevin Cambrai in 18th place in that BMW, followed by Ryan Chanley in 19th spot. Our 20th spot's going to go to Damian Castro in that McLaren. 21st, Garrett Lorp in that 189 Lamborghini, followed by Red D. Guzman in the Honda Accord, number 45. Our 23rd spot is going to Luis Figueroa Sr., not to confuse with the junior, followed by our favorite Bronco, Mr. Kevin Willems, in that Ferrari, number 930. John Evans, 25th position. Good job, John. In our 26th spot, we have Robin Lohr in that 960 BMW, followed by Lane Vidal in the 27th spot, who is in the pits, followed by Nathan Rondon, Mr. Cool Story Bro. He managed to get into the race. We're happy to see him here. I'm excited to see what he can do. And that's going to be a rundown of our grid today.
Drivers are driving out on track now for their outlap. It will be a full outlap, 30-minute race, no pit stops. Then we'll do another 30-minute race. We will not be watching these guys for their second race, but instead we'll move over to the Pro-Ams and Pro Split. We have about 50 drivers total. It looks like the Pro-Ams and Pros are going to be a little bit less, but I don't expect it to be any less than 25. So we've got about 50, almost 60 drivers. So with that said,
drivers on track on this small track after seeing no incidents whatsoever.
With that said, we are going to have to run an advertisement halfway through this race. I don't have the time to run it on the outlap, so we will do that mid race. Hopefully, no major battles during that time. But those of you that don't want to see advertisements, if you have a Prime sub to use, you can use it. You won't see the advertisements here. Otherwise, those of you that already have Prime sub, thank you for doing so. If you have an ad blocker, man, whatever, do whatever you need to do. We put the ads on so that we have control over them, so you guys aren't interrupted when you first join in, and the first thing you see is an advertisement. So we want you guys to be able to join straight in and go straight to chat and being part of the stream. So looks like it's going to be about 15 degrees Celsius on track. It will be clear. There's light clouds. We're not going to see any rain, just like we never do. But a little bit cooler tonight. Like I said, slippy track already. With that cooler track, it's going to just add to the slip. So excited either way. Jay Cool in chat with the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. AKA B. Kalani. His name is Jelani, in case you're wondering.
Jelani.
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 Yep. Jay Cool, you back in the States yet?
2x2. It looks like we might have a... If this continues, a refresh, just like last week. Remember how the P1 started off too early? Got to drive through immediately. Okay, they're getting.
You think it's gonna happen? Yeah, I think they were just too far ahead. 960 in the back's catching back up. We've got too far back. With that said, music is going off. We are about to start our race now. Drivers coming through the final corner. Our finish line is right at that first kink, almost right up here.
Probably go with that line. It'll probably go green.
Nope.
Green light.
There we go. We're green at Laguna.
Oh,
We already got a car in the middle of the wall. Oh my gosh, that was Ben Jaded. Over the hill the rest of these drivers go.
Immediately into the wall.
Down into turn 2. Looks like most of the drivers are doing okay getting through turn 2. It's definitely not Coda here. A couple of drivers in the back getting a little bit wide there. Fine, they're rejoining okay. And Nathan Jacobs is already, or Nathan Rondot has already moved up to 18th out of all of that. Oh my goodness, Ryan Chanley in the back slipping and sliding with Red de Guzman as well. It is a very narrow track, so with that said, Robert Logan has already taken a 1.2 second lead over R.L. Brown. So R.L. Brown does have a lot of ground to go to try and catch back up. He's 6th. Drew Freiberger following Phil Dixon through on the first lap. Through turn 6. Up the hill towards the corkscrew.
Going into the corkscrew here. Let's see what Drew can do.
This is the part of the track
nice early.
That part of the track is where we're going to see the most amount of deaths.
I was just going to keep trying to talk, so you couldn't talk.
No, you can keep talking. I'm sorry, I keep stepping over you.
No, because you were trying to say something, so I was trying to keep.
Oh, well, keep doing it.
Just trying to pull out an old regular.
Well, just keep talking.
Heading into the corner here. Oh, all right, never mind. Mr. Rondon, cool story, bro. Heading down here into the turn 11 towards the start straight here. Already up a bunch of positions in the 15th place. Love to see it. Love to see that kind of action. He was worried about his driving tonight. He didn't think he had the pace to be able to keep up, but it looks like a couple laps in, he's already making some good spots.
It looks like he's going a little bit wide through turn 2 there, but luckily he didn't lose a position because of it. He is following that BMW fairly closely. Both these cars fairly similar on their driving style, I would say. The Lexus being that right-hand drive, if I remember right. No, it is left-hand, isn't it? I was thinking of the Bentley. Yeah, but yeah, similar driving style. The Lexus is an older car, so it's going to be outside the BOP. There is no BOP for it. Phil Dixon got into it up in the top 10, is now down in 11th, rejoining the track. 12th, 13th, continuing on. Nico just got a sub. Everybody cheer and chat for Nico and his 2-month sub.
Let's go.
There we go. Cheering in the chat for Nico. Who sub is what I say.
I'm going to say whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
With that said, drivers are kind of back and forth. I haven't really seen many overtake opportunities yet. Just a couple here and there's drivers off track, but anybody that ends up getting close to another driver, they end up falling back off in one of the following corners. But with that said, Robert Logan's put down a 24. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we had a driver pulled off track there. It looks like it might have been John Evans. He was pulled over to the side there, just letting everybody go.
He's
I don't know.
still off track here. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Evans here. Hopefully he's able to get going, continue back on track, but not quite sure about that.
Get it back into the garage and have a look over at that motor, see if everything's working fine there.
Yeah, he needs to have his mechanics take a quick look-see. Got a little bit of a train going on behind Chris Evans here. You see Garrett Lorp and Phil Dixon going for a potential overtake on. Oh my goodness, that is, woo! If that's not commentator's curse, I don't know what is. I just said his name and he ends up in a wall. He's now sitting on the apex at turn 4.
He's waiting.
Yep, he needs to get going. There he goes.
Yeah.
Fairly safe there. He didn't hit anybody else, just fell into a wall. As if that wall had its own gravity well.
Just pulled him in.
Yep. Ryan Chanley trying to play the makeup game after his early on bonk. Ooh, Chris Capps sideways at the top of the corkscrew, it looks like.
Top of the corkscrew, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird place to be. I've never really seen too many bonks at the top of the corkscrew other than in the braking zone. They don't end up on the right side. They end up on the left side.
Wonder if he just had a little spin out action.
All right, sure. R.L. Brown has moved down a position from second into third. Isan Gak has now done the fastest lap with a 24.350. So, but yeah, it looks like most of the battles are already starting to spread out pretty well. That's fine. We'll see them close up pretty quick too, because we're only 5 minutes into a 30-minute race. So definitely going to see more battling. Rob Warren.
Kaya Day is trying to make work some action over here on that Chief guy. He's right on his bumper, and he's driving on a controller. You'll see him twitching around a little bit. It's not because he's abrasive on that steering wheel, but it's because he kind of has no choice.
Yeah, he is. Oop, he just bonked him. Oh, and then he tries to straighten him out, look like.
Looks like he is waiting, doing the gentleman thing.
Yeah, I don't think the gentleman thing was to hit the guy again, but either way, I understand why he did it, to spin him back around, but that could end up causing further incidents. As you saw, though, that quick little inside, you see how his hands are moving around quick? Like he said, he's using a controller, a gamepad. So that's why you're seeing that.
Now the question is he on an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller?
I think he's on an Xbox, and I think he posted a picture of it in the Discord. So. Yeah.
So what you're saying, I should pay more attention.
Maybe. Oh my goodness! Right when I switched to Aaron Black, oh, there's a car in the middle of the track! Oh my gosh! Our Lolo San Zaza was completely backwards for a moment there. He needs to just go straight into the pits to fix his car. He's not going to. He's going to rejoin the track and continue racing. Why is the camera angle in the pit lane there? Oh, because I'm on a pit lane camera. That's why. That was a weird camera angle to be on. Continuing on.
23 minutes, 40 seconds left in the race tonight. We are on board with Mr. Kaya Day.
He's going to try and play the catch-up game. We were looking at Rob Warren for a very short period of time, but I want to continue to watch him because it looks like him and Drew are continuing to try to battle. Looks like he's fallen off just a little bit from Drew. Using all the track on the right, gaining a little bit of that ground back. There's a crash behind with Drew Freiberger, as a matter of fact. Rob Warren was able to get around, and I don't know how I missed that. Drew was completely the wrong way.
As soon as I clicked on him,
I kind of want to back out. I want to see what happened with him. So this is 419. Let's see what happened. Looks like as he comes out of turn 4 or turn 5 there, goes towards turn 6. This little bump, too much curve, off track, in the dirt. That's what happened. That's why I missed it. End up collecting his teammate.
Oh, Sean can't be too happy about that.
I feel like Sean Bramer gets caught up in a bonk every single race, man, and usually not his fault.
Nope.
Well, I say that, but he did. Oh my goodness, there was a send right when I switched to another driver. This is just a game of bumper cars right now in race 1.
What is this, the mock race?
I know. What is going on? Well, if any drivers are in chat listening, start driving safer, okay?
Hey, I will say Mr. Rondon is up to 9th place now,
Yeah.
starting from the very, very back.
Yep, just by being safe. His fastest lap is only 27.625, so right now he's just being consistent. So
Yeah, he's got one of the slower laps.
Pigs fly in chat saying that turn is legendary. Don't listen to the announcer. Go hard, Max style. I don't know if there was any style in that at all. La Estufa, if that's how you say that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Gonna snooze this upcoming ad. We're gonna have another 5 minutes.
Drew just had another spin out. He's sitting off track.
My goodness, Drew. With that said, no other cars off track. Ben jaded with Ryan Chandler behind.
Logan has the fastest lap right now, setting down a 1:23.7.
That's not the fastest lap. He just got overtaken by Isan right at the same time.
Just overtaken, a 1:23.3. These guys are absolutely flying.
I'm trying to catch some actual battling, but we end up, instead of watching battling, we end up watching bonking. Any sort of overtake attempt that we've seen has ended in some sort of incident. Bouncing over the hill for Drew.
There.
Yep. Drew's trying to play a catch-up game as well. A lot of these drivers here in the back are playing catch-up. So Ryan Chandler had that very first early on bonk. He's already back up to 14 because everybody else is getting into incidents ahead of him. So, all right. See if he can do it. He's gaining a little bit of speed down this front straight towards turn 1. Turn 1 is right over the hill there. That is turn 1 there.
Yep.
Into the braking zone is turn 2, what a lot of us consider to be the proper turn 1. You're my boy, Blue, in chat. Blue, hello. Haven't seen you in forever, sir. We were just talking about you the other day when we were looking through old screenshots. Drew's not able to really do much. It looks like something happened with Willems behind and he slipped out. So
yeah, Jeremy was telling us about racers who used to be good.
Yeah, we were looking at all of our GT4 pictures because we started a GT4 series back up with live weather and all that good stuff. Both these two drivers, Ben Jaded and Ryan Chandler, trying to make up some ground. Ben Jaded ahead has Excel Caraballo right in front of him. Looks like he's got that damage to the front end, causing his lights to flicker a bit. So hopefully Excel doesn't see that as a you're flashing me, more along the lines of your lights are broken. Right? Your watch.
Hopefully he doesn't take those flashes as reason to get out of the way. I hate when I see that when people just hand the spot over.
Yep, that's you. That's why you flash your lights 1,000 times. That's why we made a whole rule of you can only flash your lights 3 times in a row.
Hey, I just want them to know I was there.
Well, it looks like Excel is a little bit wide there, out of turn 4 into turn, or rather out of turn 3 into turn 4. Ben Jaded able to complete the overtake with Ryan Chandler in tow. With that said, you're my boy, Blue. What are you doing these days? Are you racing? Are you still doing iRacing stuff?
Mr. Gavin is, Mr. Combre is trying to make a move here on
Arlolo Sainzaza. Oh, off track, slipping and sliding. Into a corner, there's the bonk. Like I said, every time we end up watching some sort of overtake opportunity, it ends up with people getting into a bonk.
Now, Sean did say to not watch him tonight because he was worried about commentator curse, and I tried watching him during the practice as much as I could to get those jitters out.
Gotcha.
We'll see how he does.
Yeah, we're only watching right now on Sean Bramer as he brings the camera into the wall.
Sean Bramer heading down to the Andretti hairpin. Coming up on a couple other cars here. Holds that inside line to the outside here. Get right back on throttle. Looks like the car's going a little bit faster ahead of them, but didn't go wide enough. They could have taken that turn, both of them, taking it wider and got more speed off there. Sean's front end looking a little worse for wear.
Sean did get an early on bonk over turn 6 here, so with his teammate Drew Freiberger, so he does have a lot of damage. So, iRacing in general, just a general racist, huh? Boy, you're my boy, Blue. One of the OGs for Noobs Are Us. So just putting that out there. He's one of the ways that, you know, we kind of came about and started working together as a team and then built up as a community. He was there for all of that in the beginning. So cool to have him back saying hi.
Do you have a rule written about him? Come on.
We love him. We love him, and we like it when he comes in and speaks with an Australian accent. That's what we like. And general racist. He's an OG general racist. Ooh, hi day. A little bit slow. Like we said, this guy is driving on a controller, so. Ooh, Chief Guy, Sean Bramer side by side through the final corner. Chief Guy trying to send it to the inside there. Actually, it looks like Sean was able to get an overtake done on the outside there.
Sean has had the position, so Sean just got his position back.
Gotcha, understood. Looks like Chief Guy's considering an overtake into turn 2. Not quite able to get alongside.
I'll say he was tighter. He had that better looking line.
Look at this camera angle.
Oh, Sean going wide.
Sean now off track, off to the right there on the screen. Luckily able to rejoin, no box. Seen many a bump. Sean Bramer losing that.
Car is flickering lights sliding all over the place. Might need to take a stop to the old pit lane. Have them bump out some of them, smash out some of them dents.
Nah, he's good. Just take off the hood and the bumper and he'll be fine. I promise. Don't need any aero or anything like that.
We don't need that where we're going.
Yeah, not where we're going. Speaking of going places, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, he's right behind Logan here. He's done caught up, trying to make his position known.
Yeah, he's trying to keep that pressure on. Robert, right when we switch to Robert, he's sliding. He's slipping. He got into Eson. Eson, more or less, not free, just a little scratch to his car. Robert Logan's driving across the track.
Oh,
Woo!
he got collected.
He ended up getting collected by Kevin Willems.
Oh,
Kevin coming to a stop in the middle of the track. Another car bonking into him. My goodness, if this is not showing that these drivers are AM drivers, I don't know what is. My goodness. WRT stands for not we repair things. Nope, it is not. I'll show you what the name of WRT stands for. Let's take a look. I think it's even worse than we repair things.
We repair things.
Let's see, where's it at? Do you see what it says right there? Does that give you an idea? There we go.
Back bumper too.
Wreck-em Race Team.
Oh man, that was violent.
Oh yeah, it's an advertisement. Unfortunate.
Eshan though, taking the full advantage of that into first place. He's now 10 and a half seconds up ahead of RL Brown. But that does move my boy into third place.
Glenn Jacobs. Glenn is up in third.
Glenn.
He's 10 seconds off of RL Brown. And Brown is in the mix of some back markers here. So he's got some drivers around him that he doesn't want to be around. I'm sure he can get through them carefully, but as we've seen, nearly every overtake opportunity has ended up with, I don't know who that was behind him, 787, has ended up with a driver in a wall of some sort. So 787 Excel Caraballo. Back up here, let's see. Oh yeah, we got an overtake opportunity going on. What's going on here? Another car in the wall somewhere, it looked like, maybe? Caps losing position to Rob Warren. 30 seconds left on the ad, Blue. I'm sorry. 20 seconds.
I don't think he can hear you.
Nope, I typed it. Tony likes to make fun of my laugh, and then he giggles like a frickin' donkey. I don't know what to tell you. I laugh like a mongoose, and he laughs like a donkey. I mean,
oh goodness.
Go ahead, make fun of my laugh some more. You can't even do it.
I'm just thinking about you making this sound.
Calm down, Tony. Relax. You're going to be doing this for 2, 3, and 4 hours straight. And you're just going to think about me laughing. And in the middle of the stream by yourself, you're going to be giggling.
just gonna be laughing the whole time.
Nathan Rondot, after starting near the back, is up in 5th place overall. Just got around John Ryder. Is making up quite a bit of ground. Welcome back, Blue. I'm sorry. We had this advertisement would have not been here if I were able to do it during the outlap, but Tony Danzig decided to go really slow during the grid walk down, so we weren't able to do the advertisement. Blame that on him.
When in doubt, blame Tony.
It was Tony's fault. Ben Jaded, pressure on Ryan Chanley. These two have been racing their way back up the grid, back and forth. Ryan Chanley has been trying to lead this up the hill. He goes through turn 4, turn 5. Looks like Ryan Chanley's being defensive into turn 5.
Trying to hold that inside line.
Like he's able to get it done, but Ben Jaded's trying to do the switchback. Didn't really work. This is a bad place to overtake, so I'm sure we won't see a send. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There we go into turn 6.
A place I like to overtake that a lot of people don't, getting the flashing lights, is I like to break late coming into the corkscrew here and get my overtake done in the corkscrew.
I like to just not brake in the corkscrew and fly over it and land on the other side. You know what I'm talking about? Just don't brake and just fly over the car. You'll be fine. You're my boy Blue says, also, I hope Tony's having a great day. And Danzig always makes you think of your mother. Okay.
Mother! Tell your sister not to walk my way.
Ben Jaded is being fairly aggressive with his lights. He definitely wants to get around Ryan Chanley. We know that he has the pace to do it with a 24.2. Ryan Chanley's quickest was a 25.8. I just realized that I didn't have any of the information on the screen for you guys to see because it says personal best. We don't want that. We want race gaps. I'm sorry, everybody.
Way to go.
Yep, that's what we wanted. So now you can see how close these drivers are to each other.
He's still working on it here.
Yeah, he is. He's keeping that pressure on. As they go into turn 5, you can see that Chanley's being defensive again there. He didn't really need to be. Losing a little bit of time. Is Ben going to look to the inside? He is flashing.
Ooh,
he's going to the inside.
Damn.
Doesn't quite go for it. Up the hill they go over Rahal Straight. Also known as Straight. And then turn 7. Which is weird that they call turn 7 is that weird right-hand kink, and then turn 8 is the corkscrew. Not according to ACC TV, but according to the track map that I made. So, unfortunately, we have to call it a different thing than what it is. Definitely a lot of racing to be had from these two drivers after their early on box. They want to get back up in that top 5. Uh-oh. Blue just clipped mother.
Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, I think we might be seeing it incorrectly. I think there may have been a disconnect. See what I'm saying? Wait, no, we're seeing it right. Nick, no, wait, what's going on?
Isan, what?
What is going on? Isan Gok is in 1st currently, is what I'm showing. What happened to P1?
He's in 6th place now.
No, that was Nathan Rondat. No. Kaede wasn't in 6th. I don't know what's going on.
Kaede was in, it showed Kaede in 1st for a moment.
Yeah. It's kind of glitching around. I think I think Kaede is in 6th. He's not in 1st. Isan is in 1st. Brown is 17 seconds off. Glenn Jacobs still 3rd. I think that's all good. Whenever Kaede has that disconnect, which is why his lights are showing off, they're not actually off, is because he has a random internet disconnect. On the outside of that corkscrew, disconnecting so we can't see him. Battling with somebody else that I can't see. That was a back marker in the mix. That's what it was. We got some weird disconnects there.
He keeps disconnecting, so it cuts the camera off him.
Noobs on track, noobs in the booth too. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, so when he disconnects, the camera moves off, yep. Hi, baby. Oh, I was talking to Andrew in chat. Turns out I'm actually
Andrew's
first.
Here.
He says,
all right, everybody, time to go.
Look, Andrew's just excited to see Blue in chat as I was. Hi, Blue. Somehow we lost our shared chat with Nico. I don't know what happened with that. I'm resharing it, so you guys can say hi to Nico in chat. Say hi, Nico. Hi, Nico.
Say hi, Nico.
Hi, Nico. Battles have kind of started to fall off. A little bit of battle in the back with Robert Logan as he tries to catch back up. He's going to, looks like, potentially send to the inside through turn 2 on Sean Bramer. Looks like Sean was able to get to that apex first. No worries, but Robert was our podium or our pole sitter for qualifying. Now down in 20th place after his spin.
Yep.
Nico says, "Hi, Jeremias." Whoa! Watch those fighting words, Andrew. Both of you guys just typed time, and both the pit walls came up, and we don't even use pit wall. We had to do that for the SRO race. Ben Jaded putting pressure on Aaron Black. Into the corkscrew they go. Ben Jaded losing a little bit of time. There's a couple different battles on track right now. That Chief guy and Carlolo Sanzaza.
Sean Bramer following closely behind.
Sean Bramer. Where is he? He's in 19th overall. He is following behind, but he is, according to these drivers, a back marker in the mix. So there were a lot of bumps on this race.
Interesting fact about Sean Bramer is he spells his name incorrectly.
He does?
Yep.
Because he wants it spelled that way, or because
it should be S-H-A-W-N.
Well, just because you, Tony Danzig, spell your name S-H-A-W-N doesn't mean I don't call you Tony.
Hey, it's what I do as a Tony.
Looks like Ben Jaded was able to get around Ryan Chanley a while ago, but now he's slipping and sliding into a wall, which is going to allow Ryan Chanley to catch back up. And they might end up being another battle between these two drivers.
It's not over.
Oh, he's wrecking like hell. What did you just say in chat? Jay Cool? I'm not reading that out loud, okay? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Gotta take a deep breath, everybody. We're down to our last 5 minutes of race 1. This was a crashy race. I think it was probably
the
most crashy race. I'm finishing what I'm saying regardless of what you say.
I finished first.
I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, definitely the crashiest race we've had since the start of the season. Probably not since race 1, but definitely lots of bonks. First night race for these drivers, for the majority of the rookie drivers. So we are seeing some extra bonks. Rob Warren and that Chief guy.
I'm going to have to say driver of the night is going to have to be Nathan. He just kicked ace.
Nathan Rondot up in 5th place after starting. Where did he start? Let's take a quick look.
He was in
Nathan
dead
Rondot
last.
Finished in 28th. He's up 23 positions. 23 positions. Speaking of looking at drivers.
First race with Noobs R Us coming in as a wild card.
The next greatest gainer of positions was Lane Vidal, starting in 27th, is up 11 positions in 16th. And then after that, I believe, is Ryan Chanley. After all of his bonks and everything, is up 9 positions. So definitely pretty good there. Ryan Chanley moved up quite a few positions. We were just watching a battle between Ryan Chanley and who? Ben Jaded? Ben Jaded's down 4. His early on bonk, lap 2, I believe it was. All that damage came from that. He's down 4 positions. He started in 4th and ended up in nearly last place. So I think he's doing pretty good on his recovery drive. With that said, no battles left on track. 3 minutes left to go. We do have drivers around each other, but not really battling. A lot of back markers in the mix. Jay Cool always loves the Lexus. It doesn't matter what you drive, though. Is this a PG stream? Yes. Doesn't matter what you drive, though, Jay Cool. You're still slow. It doesn't matter. Ask Andrew. He'll beat you down any day. Yeah, Andrew, you'd still beat crap.
I have been keeping an eye here on Kaede and Nathan.
Oops,
just because Kaede keeps getting close, but he's on that controller. So we'll see how, and getting those disconnects. I'm curious to see if there's. Oh, he just disconnected. He's back.
Yep.
I'm curious if it's going to interfere with Nathan's race here. Right on the tail. Going into out of turn 12 here, headed down the.
There's not 12 turns on this
straight.
track. There's only 11.
Flashing his lights.
Losing a little bit of ground to Nathan on the front straight. Over turn 1 into turn 2.
Heading into Andretti. Got to be feeling that pressure now. Oh, disconnect, reback.
Yep. He's having some disconnect issues, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping the server doesn't register him winning after being in 6th, because every time he disconnects, it moves him to the top of the list. So
it does, yeah. That would be.
How about Andrew, instead of making him pay for the month because you beat him, have him pay for you to join for 1 month's worth and just beat him in 1 race. You only need 1 race to beat him. But knowing him, he'll want 3, so just go ahead and do 3 races.
Hey, catch me in a NASCAR race on iRacing. I'll show you what's up.
I've seen you race NASCAR races in iRacing. You end up killing people, and then they say you're a piece of crap, and then you go, hey, shut up, it was an accident. I've seen how they go.
Whoa, this are my first races. I'm pretty much Jeff Gordon now. 1 minute left here on the race. It should be coming around. Oh, wait, no. We're watching the wrong people. I was going to say, maybe this should be their final lap. But I think the start-finish is going to, or the leader's going to make it through the start-finish before.
Yeah, let's see.
Timer runs out.
Maybe. Well, he's 43 seconds in. Yeah, he'll definitely be through.
Nathan just let Kaide by. What is he doing?
I think he's out of fuel. He doesn't have the fuel for another lap. He thought he was going to have more fuel. Otherwise,
he's out of fuel, or he thinks the race is over.
The race isn't over. He's returned to the pits. I bet you he's out of fuel.
No.
There's your Lexus for you, J. Cool. In the pits. You lost on spectating, dude. You lost on spectating. You can't even spectate well. Ain't got no gas in it. I'm gonna play that one because it's good.
He's in 13th place now.
Ain't got no gas in it. Final lap, everybody. I don't know if he's gonna go back out or not. J. Cool ruined it for the Lexus. Isan is 26 seconds ahead of Glenn. Glenn's going to get a podium again this week.
Let's
second
go,
place.
Glenn.
Phil Dixon in 3rd. Well, there was an overtake at some point. I don't know what happened there because there was a pretty good amount of separation. So I think Phil was ahead or Brown was ahead. Can't remember. One of those two were. Moving Glenn up, though. I think it was Brown.
And he's 20. Oh, no, wait. He's got some right.
He's right. Phil Dixon is keeping some pressure on Glenn on this final lap. Drivers will be battling for this whole final lap. J. Cool ruined it for the Lexus. Kaide finishing in 1st. Not true. Isan Gok will be in 1st.
Right? It does show. It does show.
Yeah, he's not even through. It's showing him in 1st, which is false. So what you're seeing is not correct. I'm sure the in-game stuff probably has more stuff on there. Is it showing that correctly? Yeah, Isan Gok is in 1st. So
yeah.
So Isan will take our podium in 1st. Brown is somehow glitching around too. We got a lot of weird glitches going on from some of these drivers. Glenn Jacobs will be 2nd.
Got a couple
way
more
behind though.
Just gotta hang in there.
Yep, still battling for P2. Glenn Jacobs and Phil Dixon. Phil will be in P3 if he doesn't get the overtake done in the final corner. It looks like he's not going to. No, he might. He's going to the inside. He hit him on the final corner. He's come to a stop. He's going to drive away. Glenn is trying to get up to speed and block another driver as he goes. You know he's not happy about that.
He let him get his position back.
He gave him the position back. That was very nice of Phil to do.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Glenn got 2nd, Andrew. Let's go, Glenn.
Yeah, Kaide actually did not get 1st. But that was a glitch in his disconnect. So I was hoping it wouldn't do that, and it went ahead and did it. So good job, everybody.
Glenn Pro Jacobs. Yeah, signing with Glenn up to the pros.
With all of that said, we still have some more drivers out on track. I'm not quite seeing them properly in my ACC TV. I think it's disconnected for me. With that said, we are going to switch over to see the pro race. We'll get some music back up. We'll go ahead and switch that over for you guys. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you guys don't want to use any of your Twitch monies, feel free to support us through Patreon. It actually helps us out more than Twitch subs do. Zalergiorge1x. Thank you for the follow. I said that exactly correct. Don't say I didn't. L Lexus says J Cool. Well, if you weren't watching it, with that said, before I join the Pro Split, I do need to get ACC TV working again. There it goes. Switching over to the Pro Split.
Why isn't it giving me any of...
My friend, we're going to have to very quickly go through these drivers because somehow they are already driving on track. So I will quickly do the grid walk down, run down the thing down. But they are already driving. So let's quickly look at these drivers. Here we go. The quickest grid walk you've ever done. Lane Yates, P1. James Casaboon, P2. Adam Turai, P3. Lots of Noobs R Us guys up here in first. A new Noobs R Us driver. Also WRT driver, Russell Harrell. In fourth. Fifth, Mason Moffitt. Sixth, in the America Lambo. This is J. Cool's favoriteest car now that I created. Yes, you're welcome. Shane Dodger. P7 is JJ Burr. P8, Jake Willems. P9, Carl Banning. P10, Casey Swanseeger. Mid-pack, he's definitely moving up from the last couple of weeks. He was low mid-pack, but he's making an improvement on this track. Joe Allenson, P11. Nicholas Dwyer in P12. Patrick Ramos in P13. Alexandre Giordano, I don't know how to say that, in P14. Jake Goes Slow in P15. Steven Sarver in P16. One of our favorite drivers, Devin Anthony, in P17. Alan Mackey, P18. Eric Metcalf in P19. Aguedo Martinez in P20. P21, Mike Cortez. P22, Wes Jones. Last and certainly not least, Mark Miller in P23. That was the quickest grid walk we've ever done. These drivers are coming down the corkscrew and into turn 10 now. It's still showing the winner on screen, which is not what we want to see. I need to do a full disconnect here, so you're gonna have to forgive me.
Forgive him.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do a full disconnect. I've got a different idea. Let's get rid of. Where's the thing? Where did the
Coming
thing
around
go?
the final corner now.
That's not what I wanna
Noah's
get rid
Ark
of.
2x2. That Bentley Rockstar Energy up in front again. And lights are about to go green.
Green light, go, go, go.
We are
We're
green. Race 2 for the pros. Did see some weird stuff going on with our.
Oh, so tight and close up there.
Oh, we got a car
Someone's
spun. That's Shane Dodger in the
Mer-
Lambo.
in the America car, yep.
Looks like he's going to be bringing up the rear as he comes through turn 11. Doesn't look like, other than the bonk, that he lost a lot of time. Just all of his positions. It was
Looks
unfortunate.
like the leader's getting away quick, cleanly. No issues up there. On board now with Adam Turai. Oh, and we just seen
Russell Harrell? Who was that? I don't know who it was. We are seeing some weirdness once again from ACC TV. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I might have to do a disconnect here shortly. Because Lane Yates is leading the pack. James Casaboon, and then Adam Turai is supposedly in third, but that's not true. It looks like
I showed him
Russell.
in fourth on mine.
Yeah, mine's messed up here. So
Oh, on screen. I see what you're talking about.
try and do a data clear and see if that fixes anything. It's not going to.
Look at these rookies here in the booth.
Us rookies.
Russell Harrell trying to make a move here on Adam Turai.
Yep, looks
Or
like
on
side by
Casaboon,
side.
I'm sorry.
It's going to take that P2 away from Casaboon. Up and over the hill. We don't have enough information on screen here. So I am going
Car on the
to.
inside.
watch this battle for just a moment, and then I'm going to disconnect, which is unfortunate. I've got to disconnect and reload ACC TV because it is broke. After all those weird disconnects from the AM split, it is messed us up completely.
Look at on the turns. It's not even giving the turn number correctly.
It's completely broke here, so.
Oh, goodness.
Yep. With that said, let's quickly do this. Let's get this out of the way so you guys don't have to sit there and watch incorrect information on screen.
Eric Metcalf had a drive-through. He went and got cleared just now. I'll keep an eye on the leaders here and let you guys know if there's any change, if anything drastic happens. We have a couple drivers here battling for position right now. Devin Anthony trying to make a move on Patrick Ramos. We've got Joe Allison right behind Dwyer, heading into the corkscrew.
This is a radio broadcast.
They managed to keep it clean, heading back down the corkscrew. Coming around Rainy Curve, which is going to be the long left-hander. Steven Sarver's right behind him, right behind Mr. Allison, trying to make that position back. Lane Yates has fallen into second place with Russell Harrell taking the lead currently. Looks like that battle for 1, 2, 3 is still raging.
That's good because I'm showing Mark Miller in the lead, which is awkward.
Yeah, Mark is definitely not in the lead.
There we go. Russell Harrell's in the lead now. Is that what we're seeing?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. I think we're good now. I think we've got all of our information back on screen as we're supposed to have it. So hopefully we are good to go. Russell Harrell going to command this lead. Looks like he started out in, what, 5th place or so. Now up in 1st. Going to run away. James Cossabun, a little bit of, looks like he maybe had a slip or something, slowing him down quite a bit there. Lane Yates right on his tail. Lane going to the inside, up the hill.
Uphill, the
into
corkscrew.
turn 7. And then into turn 8, the corkscrew. Still side by side, leaving space on the inside. Is now going to have the inside for turn 9 and able to get the overtake completed. That was a good pass. We're seeing a complete difference in driving style from the AMs to the pros and how they're able to actually get some of these overtakes done on this much tighter track here.
Oh, there was a lot of overtakes in the amateur race.
What did you get banned for? I don't even see anything that you got banned for. It says banned. I don't know where the ban came from.
Ban hammer.
It was just Jake, or it was Andrew banning you for no reason. I think that's what was happening. Adam Two-Ride, looks like he's got JJ Burr on the inside. Almost lost it to JJ Burr as they go through turn 3 now.
Dang, door to door.
Side by side still.
McLaren versus Ferrari.
He's going to have this inside line into turn 4 and get the overtake completed.
Just slightly in the back, but he's going to have a little bit better of a run. But he's going defensive, Turai is.
See how close these drivers are able to drive around each other. This is not the camera angle I expected it to be. Going through turn 6 now.
Doing his best to stay defensive here. Let's see how he can hold off in the corkscrew.
Looks like he's able to pull away enough to be safe as they go into the corkscrew now. JJ's actually got to be defensive to Jake Willems behind. All these drivers kind of separating a little bit. That's good to see. We'll see if that battle continues to rage on as we move down to Joe Allenson and Nicholas Dwyer ahead. These two drivers battling for P10. Nicholas Dwyer in his Nintendo GTR.
I like that livery. It's a nice livery.
Looks like he ended up just going wide, and giving him that overtake.
Got a little off track.
That was actually Nicholas Dwyer that got off track and allowed Joe to get around. Devin Anthony is now the leader of this train.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you unban him, Andrew? Too handsome. This is a family establishment. What a race, y'all, says Nico. Much closer, better racing. We did see some box early on, which is fine, and we will still see some more box, but the racing is a lot cleaner. You can definitely tell that these are Pro-Ams and pros, and they have deserved to be here. So good to see, and hopefully we don't see too many more box. Joe Allenson keeping some pressure on Shane Dodger's got a yellow flag in the back.
Watching Joe try to take a piece out of Devin up here.
I want to move back up to Joe Allenson as they're battling.
Oh, and another spin out.
Nicholas Dwyer. Oh my goodness, off track as soon as we switch back to him. flying off the track through turn 4.
He's taking
Or is
the
that turn
extended
5? That was
route.
turn 5. I'm sorry about that. My goodness. Pros and Pro-Ams. Right now what we're watching, the silver plates, those are our Pro-Ams. The white plates are the pros. While you're seeing Russell Harrell up in first with a 3-second gap to James Casaboon doing 22.7s.
Yeah, 22.6 for Russell.
Yeah, Blue.
As the fastest lap right now.
We have so many well, we have so many drivers now that we have separate servers for our splits, so. And we have 3
Blue,
splits.
Pre-event.
Yeah, Blue. We do combine races for race 3 and 6, so next week we should have all 50 drivers or so on track for the finale.
And remind our viewers, where's that track at?
That track is at, I had it pulled up and now it's not anymore. What happened to it? There it is. Okay, I'm back into it. That is going to be at Suzuka for the finale. It'll be,
Suzuka?
I believe, what, 90 minutes? It's a pretty long race for these guys. Got to practice pit stops and everything else, so.
Better prepare for some corners.
Suzuka! Joe Allenson is keeping some pressure on Devin. He is only a half second off, but it's enough to stay in that slipstream. I say that as he falls out of the slipstream up the hill behind Devin Anthony.
Devin's like, get off my butt.
Adam Turai has done the fastest lap so far with a 22.2. We know he can go quicker than that. He's putting some pressure on James Casaboon ahead.
Yates has fallen down a little bit. Not necessarily in grid position, but his time is not where it was in qualifying. I mean, he's got a 22.9 on the board, but...
Yeah, Lane Yates could definitely be quicker, and I believe Mr. Yates is a wild card. I'm not 100% sure about that. Let me double check skis. Let's see here. Lane Yates in the pro split is... No, he's not, is he? I clicked on pro split and it didn't load. All right, Lane Yates is competitive and in P2 overall in the standings. His last race last week was first and first. He has 252 points. Russell Harrell, who is currently leading tonight's race and 5 seconds ahead of P2, has 258 points. So a pretty good split, 6-point split between these two drivers. James Casaboon, who is currently in second tonight, has 246 points. So, I mean, 6 points off for both or all 3 of these. They have to be a lot further apart to gain any positions. And I'm thinking maybe in the future we change the way our points work. We do have an endurance series coming up combined with ORL, and we will be running a FIA style points on that. So I'm excited to see how that works. It's going to be a little bit more competitive. One position can cost you your standing. So unlike our rookies where you can make some more mistakes. Up and over the hill they go. Turai losing a little bit of pace here to James. You know he can close that up. There he goes, closing that gap up a little bit. Losing it again as they come out of the corner. Looks like Adam's trying to gain his ground into the braking zones and not so much the straights. Got Joe Allenson in the pits.
You can't fight that Mustang on the straights. There's no way.
Joe Allenson, why is he in the pits?
I think he returned to garage.
He's car number 76, yeah? Let's see what happened with him. I could probably pull up an incident here with him. Looks like he was getting ready to go through turn. Oh, there it was. Oh my goodness gracious. And Devin Anthony was in the mix there too, it looked like. Jeez.
Oh, no. He was clobbered.
Would you guys stop cursing in chat? Jeez. My goodness. Stop cursing in chat with all your caps. Nope, I don't care. Put it. Adam Turai keeping that pressure on. Also, Lane Yates in the trail of this train, all fighting for P2. Lane just wants a podium at this point, so he's going to be a little bit more aggressive than Adam, I'm sure. All these guys battling is allowing Russell to just run away.
Besides that McLaren in between the Mustang and the Bentley.
It's a pretty McLaren. This is the OG car, man. This was the first GT3 Noobs R Us had. So not the Evo, but the regular 720S. And transferring the livery from the 720S to the Evo was a pain in the butt. So I don't recommend it.
really in
Yates.
awe on how that Bentley looks. I'm not a Rockstar Energy drinker at all or anything, and I typically don't like deliveries. But I just love the way that this Bentley looks.
Yeah, that black to orange to yellow, and it's a sideways gradient, which you don't see very often. Gradients normally go front to back, but this one going from left to right or right to left, however you want to look at it, it's pretty cool. So Adam Touray did lose a position temporarily to Lane, but is able to gain it back through turn 5, and now there in the corkscrew, he's kind of pulled away here. Now he's able to put a little bit extra pressure onto James Casaboon ahead. Want to move further back here
A lot of pressure.
to Carl Banning. After Devin's bonk, it seems like Carl's able to catch up. Carl is down quite a few positions as well. So he's in 14th and can definitely make up some ground here as they go into the corkscrew. Also, Shane Dodger right behind it from that lap 1, turn 1 bonk, or turn 2 bonk in his Merca Lambo, which looks like it's glowing at night. I'm going to be honest. And even though it's not, it does kind of look like it is.
Kind of.
But anyways, Carl Banning keeping that pressure on Devin Anthony through the final corner now. Looks like he's not going to go to the inside. Devin is going to turn in a little bit early there, try and get a little bit better entry.
You mean exit?
Yes. If you turn in early, it's a better entry, right? Turn in late to get the better exit. Into the inside through turn 1. Looking at turn 2, Carl is looking at the inside.
Ooh.
Devin leaving enough space for him to be there, but Carl's not able to keep his car alongside long enough.
I'm keeping an eye on the top 3 leaders here just to see if there's any position change. And so far, they're still just all battling coming down the corkscrew now.
So Carl's falling off just a little bit as they go through turn 4 here. Into the braking zone of turn 5. Carl's able to get alongside just by his wheel there. Bad corner for an overtake here. Carl's going to need to back out. There he goes. Backing out, back onto the racing line. Through turn 6 safely. And then up the hill behind Devin. I turn in early to make sure I impose maximum damage. There you go. Good.
There is a battle between 1 through 4 for that 3rd and 2nd position right now.
I mean 2 through 4, 2 through 5. P1 is Russell. He's ran away at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody here is fighting for that P2 right
JJ
now.
Bird was sticking his nose in on Yates a couple corners ago.
JJ is one of our works drivers. Unfortunately, his livery's gotten messed up, and I haven't gotten with him to fix it yet. But he is driving. He told me that he's driving our livery. So
Just Juice Bird.
yep, that's his name, Just Juice. In case you guys are wondering, because the juice is cold, so you drink it and you go brr.
And the P is silent in juice.
Yes. Right. With that said, Adam still keeping that pressure on James. And James is slipping in the corkscrew. He's completely sideways. Gets hit by Yates. Looks like he was able to recover after that bonk.
Bonk City.
But Yates is going to lead the pack temporarily through turn 9. James in the mix again. Now
JJ
losing
Bird
all those
climbing in
positions.
second.
JJ now battling. Oh, JJ's off and slipping around. I told you we were going to see more bonks, everybody. Now we are down to just 2. Lane Yates and Adam Touray battling for P2. Lane was definitely the winner of that. My goodness.
Yeah.
1v1 me Mount Panorama. Only if we're in trophy truck, says Andrew. Alexandre Giordano. Keeping some pressure on Nate Dwyer as they come through the final corner now. Down the front straight. Up
Carl
and over
Banning, Casey Swansinger, Shane Dodger, Jake Goslow, and Devin Anthony are all... They were in a much closer line there a second ago, but they're all
Carl Banning
battling
to the
all close.
outside of the Andretti hairpin.
Trying to go the long way around.
Ends up losing it. Now he's side by side with Casey Swansinger. Unfortunately, did not get the position done. Casey, look at this camera angle, man. That camera angle is the worst one yet. ACC does a pretty good job making it look nice and cinematic, but sometimes it just looks at a wall and goes, yep, this is what we're looking at.
Banning to the outside again.
Yep, this is the same place that we saw earlier. He's trying to get a turn in and do a undercut. It looks like he may end up forcing. Nope, he's not. You can see Casey poking his nose in as well. Not using the whole track there. None of those drivers did. We got Shane Dodger.
Shane
Looks like he's going to go
around
for an
safety.
overtake. Backs out as they go into the hairpin. Or not the hairpin, the corkscrew.
Pretty much a hairpin.
It's a like a bobby pin. I don't know. It's weird. Adam doing his Danny Rick impressions with the lay breaking. Nico, are you no longer streaming? What's going on? Or are you just typing out and saying hello? Nope, he's still streaming, everybody. He's just typing it so you guys can see what he's typing. He wants to chat with you guys. Guys, say hi to Nico. Hi, Nico.
Devin leading this long train.
And Devin is, like I said, one of the most patient, competent drivers. He never really buckles under pressure. So I don't know how many times I've been right on Devin's tail, and no matter what, no matter where I position my car, he was just la 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 getting groceries. He didn't care.
I cave in every time.
Anytime somebody is gonna look like they're gonna send it on you.
Yeah. I raced in my rear view and I shouldn't.
Steven Sarver actually just went off track, causing a temporary yellow flag. Alexander's able to get around him. Carl Banning looking to the inside. This is a bad place to send it. I always say turn 6 is the worst corner to try and pass. The exit is great, but the entry is not.
That sausage curve doesn't help, yeah.
Up into the corkscrew they go.
Devin's flashing some lights.
Devin rarely flashes lights, so that's kind of a new one to see there.
I love to see it.
Ooh, Carl's got a great run. You're going
What
to
a
force
good
Devin to be
run,
on the
yeah.
inside. Looks like Carl's able to get that overtake done. But now slipping and sliding. Recovers. What a save. We didn't know that Carl was a drift racer. I want to honestly back that up. And I want to watch from the inside if I can. It's going to be quite the replay here. I'm sorry. I want to watch how this looked. I want to see what his wheel did through this. He got that run. And then was on the outside and just sent it. There's the wheel. Yep, yep. It actually didn't look too egregious on the inside compared to the outside. And either way, he was able to get the overtake done and hold it. So, good job,
Up
Carl.
on Mark's butt right now, trying to get a little piece of that Mark action.
Yep, Mark Miller
That's
has
Mark.
started in the back and is now mid-pack just by staying safe and alive here.
Carl on the outside again.
Mark ended up hitting that sausage curve through turn 5, losing the position to
The
Carl.
overtake done.
We got Alan Mackey with the yellow flag ahead, so we may see. Yep, he is off track at the top of the hairpin. It looked like. Nope, just in turns between turn 6 and 7 there.
Oh, we got some
Another
spinning around.
Steven
he's out.
Sarver.
Okay.
We're watching the weirdest camera angle there. Had to stop using the Mustang because you were too fast. That's true, he did. People were getting mad at him for getting podiums. It's funny though, because Andrew's gotten podiums this time in the McLaren. Oh my goodness! Shane Dodger in another incident, hitting Devin Anthony
He's having quite a night.
in the America Mobile.
America.
Unfortunate. JJ Burr keeping that pressure on James Cossaboon. After their little spinny bonks that we saw happen there, JJ's trying to get back around James. Russell is now 10 seconds ahead of P2, so he's going to command first place. Wonder how he did during the first race.
Shout out to Metcalf. I seen that he got a drive through off the get-go. He was in last place, and now he finds himself up in 16th place, so he's gained some position. So good job, Eric.
Yep, that's great. I don't know where he qualified because unfortunately the positions gained doesn't work out for me. I'm showing 7 positions gained, but that's probably not right. Russell says he started in P2. I don't know. Did Russell start in P2? I don't know what this position's gain is. So
JJ Burr trying to make a move on Cossaboon. Coming down the front straight here. He's right on that bumper.
yep. Is he going to move to the inside?
He's going to play some head games here. Let's see. Nope, staying to the outside. Maybe try for
Going
that
really
undercut.
wide, but he's going to try and get that better exit here. He's going to have the run for just a moment on this very short straight between turns 2 and 3. Not really enough to gain any ground. Using all the track, just a little bit more track usage than James there. Going to allow him to stay right on his tail.
He's zooming.
James being He put himself in a defensive position. JJ trying to gain that ground. Looks like he's able to for just a moment up the hill. Like I said, dangerous place to try and go for an overtake. They are going to be side by side. JJ backs out a little bit. James off track. Nope, disregard that. Both drivers still on track. James is now on the inside.
Coming up to the corkscrew.
Into the corkscrew they go. Into the braking zone. Still side by side. Down the hill. James is going to be able to run away on the exit of the corkscrew and hold that position. Good driving from both of those drivers.
That was close.
That was awesome. Who just pit maneuvered the Murica car? Send the Marines out to get them. Hey, it is in California. The Marines are there. With all of that said, Burr, once again.
Right on his bumper.
Going for another.
Hungry for some action.
Up the hill they go. Is he going to move to the inside? James is likely going to be on the defensive line. There he goes. He is. Into the Andretti hairpin. And then we're going to see the weird camera go. I don't want to see that. No. JJ still just right behind him. It looks like JJ's best corner is coming up. And he's able to stay on his tail through turn 4, and then into turn 5 he's able to get like next to him. There he goes. Like I said, because James went a little bit wide there too, James is going to have the inside line.
Yep.
James is not going to want to give up this position. We may see a bonk yet. Side by side into turn 6 they go. JJ getting pushed slightly off track is going to hold it. James fully off track. There's a Lexus and the BMW in the mix. Same thing.
Ramos sneaking by here from their battling.
All of that work
So
from
Ramos
JJ, and he's in the same exact position, just a different competitor ahead. James is the big loser in that, down 2 positions, unfortunately. That was a good battle, though, overall. Ooh, he goes wide through turn 10.
Wide.
JJ, now winning and ahead of this pack, is going to try and run away. I tried so hard and got so far. JJ's actually doing pretty good here, so he's going to end up running away.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Moving further back in the grid. Steven Sarver was putting some pressure on Devin Anthony for a split moment there. Mark Miller with a white flag, slow driver.
We got an ad going on right now.
Unfortunate ad. Unfortunately, because of the way we had to run this, we weren't able to command our ads like we normally are, and we are getting interrupted mid-race for both of them, so I do apologize.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Tony Danzig.
Tony
Well, I don't
Danzig
understand
really
why the Pro Split was already out doing their outlap while we were finishing the race of the AMs. But maybe the only thing I could think is maybe we just change it by 1 minute and make it so that the Pro Split starts 1 minute later than the AM Split. That'll make sure that we can do that. Something in the future to think about. All right, all battles are kind of falling off here. Got a moment to run an advertisement. Good thing we're doing it.
Good thing we are doing it now. It was meant to be. We're on board with Steven Sarver, following Devin Anthony there in the WRT Honda Accord. Not an Accord. NSX. Coming up the rear end. Look at that. Gonna hit those brakes a little bit early so we can tag him in the corkscrew.
He was able to gain some ground there between turn 7 and or turn 6 and 7 rather, prior to the corkscrew. I think Sarver may have an opportunity to overtake before the end of the race. Last 4 minutes of the race. Oh, anything could happen here. Like I said, Devin doesn't really buckle under pressure. He ended up getting spun earlier, which is why he did lose those positions. But definitely a quick driver.
Yeah, he was in a big spot there. Big spin.
Big spin.
Big spin.
A super big spin.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the ad break there. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us and, hanging out with us. I hope it was a good ad break and you saw something you liked and now you're going to go buy it.
How did you know the ad break was over? Did it tell you something?
It says it in Twitch.
What's it say? It doesn't say anything for me.
Well, it doesn't say it now, but it says there's an ad break going on in the end. It says, welcome back to your community.
Oh, okay. So it says it in the chat?
It says it above the chat, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. Thank you, Twitch, for telling us that information. It doesn't say any of that for me. But I'm also looking at my Twitch chat through Streamlabs and not through the things with the stuff. Steven Sarver keeping that pressure on. There was a car off track ahead. I think that was, it wasn't Jake Goslow. Ooh, what's that? 76, Joe Allenson. You guys want to learn how to speak Spanish, go to Nico's stream and ask him to teach you. That's what I would do. I would go over and say, "Hi, Nico, can you teach me how to speak Spanish?" And Nico would say, "Yes, of course."
And then also to those that are new here and new to sim racing or looking for a group to participate with, come hop into the Noobs Are Us Discord. It's a very lively community. Our whole thing here is we like getting the newer racers, the rookies, teaching you guys the good things, the better traits, the way around a track, how to take a corner, everything down from tire management,
how to do a pit stop, how to do a driver swap even. So
everything. We'll come on in. Even if you know how to do those things and you're a good racer. We love you in the community. We love growing. So just hop on in, come check out some races, sign up.
Yep.
Even if you don't want to sign up and you just want to check it out first, come check out the Discord, come meet some of the folks. And I just recommend Noobs Are Us. I can't say enough good things about them.
Yep, it's awesome. We love having Tony here. He's been part of our community since the beginning. Him and You're My Boy Blue. So they've been around for a while. What, almost 2 years now? So I think more than that even. So it's been
past the 2-year mark, yeah.
Yeah. So with that said, looks like Steven Sarver's trying to get around Devin. With that said, guys, we did just partner up with ORL for a mini enduro series.
ORL standing for Odyssey Racing League.
Yep, and they are a fairly large league with over 2,000 followers, so definitely more than double what we have. They have the ability to teach us how to do enduros for you guys. So we're putting on a mini enduro. The longest race is only 4 hours, but it is 1 to 3 drivers, and it is going to be rookie oriented. So we will have a little bit of different weather, but the goal is for rookies to be able to get in and learn how to do driver swaps and all that that kind of stuff. So right now it looks like we've got 24 drivers signed up for race 1, and we only put this up last week. So definitely has some drivers in it. We have some pros, we have AMs, all of that. So with all of that said, we are on the final lap. Russell Harrell is coming into turn 5 now, 10 seconds ahead of P2, Lane Yates, who is also alone. Adam Turai in P3 has a back marker ahead of him. Jake Willems, 10 seconds behind. JJ Burr, 10 seconds behind him. 7 seconds behind is Patrick Ramos. Then 2 seconds behind is James Casaboon for a potential overtake in the last lap. Don't know if it's going to happen, but who knows?
No, what happened to Sarver? He was in the battle and now he's in the pits.
I wonder.
I was watching him and it clicked over and my brain was shut off and I didn't even realize what was happening.
I don't know. I'm not sure. And the battle between Devin Anthony and who was it? Joe Allenson?
It was Sarver.
Was it Sarver? So yeah, something happened. Maybe it was another fuel issue. I'm not sure. With that said, nearly every battle on track has fallen off. In the last minute, everybody is separated. Russell Harrell will win this race. P2 will be Lane Yates. He comes through the final corner now. Adam Turai, 4 seconds in trail. Adam Turai. P3. Jake Willems will be P4. I'd like to talk to Jake in the booth once, so I want to see him get a podium and maybe next week. With that said, I know we were just talking about joining us, guys. Next week is the finale. We do not allow new drivers to join for the finale because, excuse me, I burped in your ear. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Because we do not want brand new people getting in and ruining the championship. So Andrew Casey up here gifting 5 subs to the group. Won't even gift his buddy J Cool to sub because J Cool's already subbed. But even then, man, how dare you? Thank you, Andrew, for gifting those 5 subs. That's what I'm talking about. Drivers have finished the race. We have a couple other drivers still on track. Casey Swanseeker crossing the line in P11. Jake Goslow right behind him. Devin Anthony after all of his early balks in P13. And Alan Mackey right behind in P14. Shane Dodger, after all of his bonks, isn't even in the server anymore, but he finishes in P15. With all of that said, I think that was a couple good races. Like we said, we saw a lot of bonks from
First race was really eventful in the amateurs.
Yep, absolutely. With that said, we will be doing some interviews with our podium drivers from all splits, so there will be a good amount of podiums. Tony Danzig, would you like to run those interviews?
Yeah,
When
absolutely. Once they hop up in here, I would absolutely love to do
wait
that.
for them to jump in. Next week will be the finale at Suzuka, 90-minute race, pit stops. I believe it's going to be an evening race. I'm not sure. I'm excited for that. And yeah, we'll see how we do. Maybe we can get Nico to come in here and maybe chat with him for a minute. I don't know.
Also, if
kinda
you're
talking.
listening, I would love to speak to Nathan. Cool story, bro. I'm curious what happened at your race.
See what he does. Adam Two Rise here. Russell Harrell as well. Nico, hello. I want to talk to you first. Nico, how was your stream?
Hello. It was really fun. I had
Good.
a lot of fun watching. I had a lot of fun commentating.
Good. And I saw you chatting with our guys in English because why not? Since
We
we
did a
can't
little
chat
bit of
with you in
chatting.
Spanish. But anyways, off to you, Tony. You have the con.
I got the pros in here right now. Let's start with your P1. Taking a commanding lead, Russell Harold. I mean, we expect to see you on top. Not surprised to see you there, but it was a great race. You started. What did you qualify? P5.
Yeah.
P4.
P4. Yeah. So I mean, great race. Any takeaways from today? Any?
Yeah, I mean, first race was kind of unfortunate. First race I got unlucky. Second race I got lucky. So a little bit of give and take. Lane and Adam definitely had the pace. If they didn't get held up a little bit, and if Lane didn't forget to stay in the right fuel map at the beginning of the second race, I think he definitely would have stayed ahead. We were all matching pace towards the end, but yeah, it's a stressful track. It's even having that lead, I was still sweating the whole time because one mistake and it's over.
Yeah, especially at Laguna Seca.
Yes, sir.
You said Mr. Yates was in a different fuel map. Is that correct there?
Yeah, I'm a dingus.
Oh, I had mentioned that you did look like your pace was dropping a little bit in comparison to others, and that's unfortunate to hear. My wheel had been doing that for a while, and I just completely disconnected the buttons to change my maps, and I was like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, no, I've always done it just to give myself a little bit more margin on fuel, so I'll switch down to fuel saving for formation lap, and I thought I had switched back, and if I did, I must have accidentally bumped it back down to map 8.
Well, you still pulled up a P3 finish, so good job on that. What was the best part of your race tonight?
I guess it was probably the move with Dyer, I would say.
Okay. That was Ramos, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, the best part of the race was just finding consistency, especially there towards the end. That's the toughest part here at Laguna Seca, is just because there's no margin for error. As soon as you slip up, there's, aside from the entry to turn 1, there is no paved runoff. Everything is you're immediately in the gravel, losing grip, scraping along the ground. It's so staying consistent is just the biggest thing, and being able to, click off on lap after lap on just whatever your pace is going to yield dividends.
Being at nighttime makes it a little bit trickier too to see those corners, so sometimes it's easy to forget.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go ahead and move on. I'm a little upset. I saw a lot of boards on track there, Adam. What was going on? I thought you promised to see them taken out.
No one paid me $1, so that's the only reason why they weren't taken out. I said if someone pays me $1, I'll take them out. No one paid me. But
So you said if you pay me $1, I will make it hard for you to race. Got it.
yes,
That's why they didn't pay you $1.
and the others.
But you pulled out a P3 tonight. You enjoyed
yeah,
the race tonight?
P2 first race, P3 second race.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, first race was kind of boring. I got a good start, so I got past James after T1, and just kind of hot lapping the entire race. So nothing really happened there. Second race was definitely a lot more interesting. I was not able to get as good of a start. I got held up by just both of them blocking the entire road. And afterwards, I was just trying to pass James, and I just kept catching him at the wrong time, the wrong place, until I accidentally killed him because he broke too early, and that just caused all shamble 3 wide through that left-hander there. And I got lucky. I got out ahead with minimal killing each other. And then from there, I just kind of hot lapped for the rest of it. So second race, definitely more interesting. But overall, it was just a lot of just pace and staying consistent.
Well, good. We always like seeing you on track, and next time, you know, even if someone doesn't pay you $1, stick to your guns.
Will do.
All right. I want to jump to. Well, I'll save him for last because that's my boy. But Shane, tell me about your race tonight, bud. You have a good race overall. Any bad moments that you wish you could take back?
I'd really like a week where I can survive turn 1. Both races would be really nice. A little frustrated tonight. I got spun out on the last turn on race 1 and went from like P4 down to P9.
Yeah.
Still held on to third for the pro-ams, but got spun out turn 1. Held my brakes, just kind of went down to last place, then was pretty frustrated trying to come back and made some stupid mistakes, and apologize for anybody who's going to file a complaint for me for flashing my brights at them. That was just the front end damage. I wasn't trying to flash anyone. So
I will say that America livery did look great tonight. It almost looked like it was luminescent, so that was nice to look at.
Indeed. Shout out to Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy. Don't give him too much credit now.
Give me a credit. I don't want any of that.
It doesn't want any of that. Ramos. Is it Ramos or Ramos?
Ramos.
Ramos. Great race tonight, bud. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
No, that's Tony.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
Tony.
Patrick. Yeah, you're
Sorry.
welcome, Patrick.
Talk us a little bit through your race tonight.
I guess through race 1, it was just finished badly, but in the second race, I tried to stay consistent. I saw the opening and just took it, I would say.
Went for it?
Yes,
There's
sir.
a gap. You got to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing I've been asking everybody. Favorite part of the race tonight?
I guess it was kind of the opening lap, so that was the opportunity where I just went for that open gap. It was kind of tight, but I still went for it.
Able to make things happen?
Oh, yeah.
All right, my boy. Second place. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Glenn Jacobs, everybody. Good job, Glenn. Good.
Let's go, Glenn.
Yeah, woo.
Let's go,
Yes.
Glenn.
Glenn.
I will say my beehole tuckered a little bit on that first race there. You got spun out, but he did give the position back, but you almost didn't get that second place there, and we were all like, no. But we're happy to see you up there, Glenn. Tell me about it.
Yeah, Mr. Dixon caught me there on the last turn of the last lap. I had damage from an earlier wreck and just wasn't as fast, but I saw him coming down the inside, and I was like, well, I hope he brakes before he gets to me. And he didn't, but he did let me back by.
That was P2 this week, and you got a P3 last week too, didn't you?
No, that was a couple weeks ago.
My bad.
I'm trying to pull it up and
That's
look at
helpful.
it.
I know. I was like, but your takeaways from tonight's race, Glenn, you learn anything?
Yeah, don't push as hard as I was pushing in the second race where I hit the curb on the left turn going up to the corkscrew. And
Oh no, the little sausage curb.
Yep, got knocked offline and then ended up hitting the wall and then got in 4 wrecks before the end of the race. So race 2 was bad, but
It all went downhill from there.
I would like to say that the sponsors for Wreck 'em Race Tune, Race Data AI, and Sim Racing Arno, appreciate those guys' help. I lean on them to help me get faster, and it seems to be working.
That's good. I'm glad that I'm glad there's other communities out there that are willing to help too. and help improve. And
we're looking forward to hearing what the secret is from you, Glenn. I want to know. I said maybe it was like Man Crush Monday, but it's not a C. I don't know what it was in your name.
You said Moon Pie Mondays.
Moon Pie Mondays, yeah. So I don't know, man. There's something weird going on.
I am from Mobile, so it could be moon pies, but you will find out a week from today.
Week from
Week
today.
from today, ladies and gentlemen. Set your clocks. All right, moving on to our last racer, Eshawn. What's up, buddy?
He's not Sean.
Oh,
Just because your name's Sean doesn't mean he's Sean.
Eshawn. I like Eshawn better.
I like Ihsan better.
Ison.
What commentator says goes. You pulled out a P1, bud. Good job racing.
Yeah, I pulled out a P1 in both races actually.
Oh, you got him in both. We weren't able to see the results of the first race, but you got P1 there as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. Was the first race any harder than the second race?
I want to say the second race was harder than the first one. First one, I was pretty much going at the same speed with P1. I forgot his name. I think he's a wild card because I've never seen him before. But we were going like head to head, and then he made one mistake, which also caused me to like bunked into him. But it was definitely not my fault. But I'll watch the replay anyway. So I passed him there due to his mistake, and I kept going with no mistakes. But I was really stressed out, and then I see I'm just going ahead, and I was putting more space between the cars behind me, and I was taking it easy. It was just lapping the cars in the end of the pack, and I had a comfortable race after. But the second race, you guys should have seen it. I really suggest you watch the replay. Just watch the last two laps. I was P2 the whole time in the second race, and one lap before the race was over, the P1, he was the same guy with the Porsche. He made a mistake. He messed it up for himself, and then I was like, wait, what happened? And then I got really lucky. I'm just gonna call this luck, to be honest. And then I was able to get P1 again.
Well, good job racing tonight. I think you did freaking fantastic. What is event coordinator? Oh, it's GT4 Cup. Okay, I was looking at something else. But it was great to see you driving tonight. Thanks for being out on track. Same question I've asked everyone else. What was the best part of your race tonight?
The best part. That's a good question. I think the best part is that second race when I surprisingly had the P1. I was like, okay, that's amazing. I want to say something though. I put more than 200 and maybe 50 laps on this track practicing all week, and I'm really happy that it paid out, man. You know, I really wanted to win this race, well both, and it paid out, so I'm really happy. I'm gonna sleep happily tonight.
Well, you did a great job.
Did we talk to Mr. Lane Yates, or did I miss that?
No, we talked to Mr. Lane Yates.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at other things and doing things, so I apologize. I do have a question for you, Nico. Nico, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
My question for you is what are your thoughts on next week? Suzuka combined splits, all drivers, 90 minutes, pit stops. What's your thoughts?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. Suzuka is an amazing track. It might not be as raceable because it's very narrow, but there's still quite a few overtaking opportunities, so it's going to be really, really fun, especially with the traffic. I think it's going to play a part, and it's going to be interesting for the pros and the AMs to see how they manage their race between each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Tony, you have anything to add to that?
Just go ahead and follow my Instagram at Sean Spawnholes.
That's what we're talking about. With that said, I'm excited for that. We do have the GT4 race coming up on Sunday. I don't remember what track it is. Brands Hatch, right? GT4 is Brands Hatch. The weather's looking like it's just going to be cloudy, but every week that it looked like it was going to rain, it's only been cloudy. So hopefully we get some rain in the GT4s. Sunday, late afternoon, early evening, and then the following Tuesday will be the finale for the GT3 Rookie Series. And then after that, you know what we got to look forward to? An Enduro Series.
Oh,
yes. I'm excited for that. 3 more weeks, I believe, for that. And that should be that. With that said, do you guys have anything else to say to the stream before I hand it off?
Nope, I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh, actually, that was Sean, SHAWN, Spawn Holes.
Not SEAN.
No, SHAWN, the correct
All right.
way.
With that said, we're gonna send a raid off to GT3. I don't know. It says he's new. He looks like he's a new driver to ACC. So maybe we go over there and say hi to him, and maybe get him to check out Noobs or Us. Go over there and say hi. Let's send him a raid. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this resubs, the subs, all of that stuff. Ran out of fuel. I told you he ran out of fuel.
Yep.
Now we know.
Yep.
Anyways, jumping off stream. Everybody have a wonderful evening.
Later.